We just found out that Jimmy Kimmel got fired after we finished recording. We wanted to address it. First things first, we have to address Charlie Kirk getting murdered. Nobody here condones that behavior. That's horrendous. You cannot kill anybody for what they say. So just so you know our beliefs, we're going to have a lot of laughs after. But then the Jimmy Kimmel thing just broke, so we have to address that.
Yeah.
So is this crazy? This is crazy, right?
What exactly are the facts of what happened?
Jimmy Kimmel, well, I'm not the fact guy. You know, I read it. I read it to you. Forgot it already. Jimmy Kimmel, you got it?
No.
Your facts. Miles' facts. Jimmy Kimmel said something on the Kimmel Show about like the MAGA people trying to make the Charlie Kirk shooter a leftist, but we all know he was MAGA. That's essentially what he said.
Yeah.
FCC chairman says, hey, you guys should watch your fucking mouth, essentially, because there could be consequences. Then two big affiliates, I think Next Gen and Sinclair Media, both say we're taking Jimmy Kimmel indefinitely off the air. So, like, if you live in, I don't know, Poughkeepsie, and your affiliate is Sinclair, you're not going to get to see Jimmy Kimmel. That's just what it is. Because there's all these little local affiliates that control the channels. And then ABC eventually just says, you know what? We are pulling Jimmy Kimmel completely off the air. The thing that is interesting is I think Next Gen is trying to go through this huge merger with another company, and that merger requires FCC approval. So if the FCC is putting pressure on them, like, hey, there could be consequences, that's going to prompt you to be like, you know what, let's just pull Jimmy Kimmel off the air. So this seems like a big attack on free speech. And yeah, I think we've been pretty staunchly in favor of free speech. And it is funny to watch right-wing people just become left-wing people. Because I said something about how you're a snowflake if you think you should be. If you agree with this, that's some snowflake shit. And somebody was like, you clearly don't even know what the First Amendment means. And that's exactly what left-wing people used to tell me.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences.
Right.
So y'all have just switched.
Yeah.
Now, again, this has nothing to do with what happened to Charlie Kirk. That's a fucking horrendous thing. Let's get that out of the way. But in terms of censorship, freedom of speech is more under attack now, honestly, than I think it has ever been. I don't know if that's me being hyperbolic.
Maybe. I mean, as far as what Jimmy said, I think it's untrue, or at least unfair.
I don't agree with what he said. I don't like what he said. We should also say that. I don't agree with what he said. I don't like what he said. He should be allowed to say it. And what happened to Charlie Kirk is worse. Charlie Kirk should have been allowed to say the things we didn't like. Jimmy Kimmel should be allowed to say the things we didn't like. That's just what America is.
Yeah.
And freedom of speech, I've seen it truly under attack in India, where it's like you can go to jail. This is closer to that than I think what the left was doing.
Yeah.
Which is like the FCC putting, as much as we didn't like left-wing shit, like far left policy or far left whatever thoughts, it wasn't like Joe Biden was putting pressure on somebody to get canceled for saying retard. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what makes this different and scarier to me and closer to what India has. Then that's what makes it an actual attack on free speech to me.
Yeah.
Jimmy's comments were inaccurate, but that was recorded on Monday when we weren't still clear yet all of the motives. I think things were still unclear, but he shouldn't have rushed to judge.
He shouldn't have said it. That's, I think we will just say that you then don't rush to judgment.
Exactly.
But we all make mistakes. Every one of us has said a thing that's stupid or whatever. That is part of doing this thing. Jimmy Kimmel's been on air for decades. Of course, he said multiple stupid things. I've said multiple stupid things in 8 years of doing a podcast. You should be allowed to say stupid things.
Stupid things every day.
You know what I mean?
We're saying stupid stuff on this episode.
Yeah, there's things on this episode that
And Miles is just stupid. So it's like,
So Miles gave me the worst fucking. We were like, how do we do this? How do I address this? Miles gave up halfway through. He was like, just be like, hey guys, no emergency announcement, big things.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, he said, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, again, I do think it's important to delineate like the free speech thing like we did whenever people on the right got canceled, where it's like, yeah, you have oppression from the government. Like, that's like what the First Amendment protects, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, the government can't stop you from saying what you want, but private companies can do whatever they want to, which is what people on the left said whenever people on the right got canceled,
Yes.
right? Like,
as long as you're not invoking violence, you have the right to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, but in this case, it seems like if the FCC, which again, I don't know if this is the case, if the FCC is applying pressure, like it does feel.
They did say there could be consequences, and they found some workaround. They essentially made us public servants because we're on the air. Jimmy Kimmel is not, and he shouldn't be as political as he is, but he's not a political correspondent. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. So the FCC saying there could be consequences, off rip, that's a fact. They said that.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's a big attack. And if you are a staunch Trump guy, you should be upset about this.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be wrong. I was charmed by him when he had him on the podcast. Even if I didn't vote for him, I liked him. Okay, it seems the motherfucker lied about everything, and that's what it is. We'll eat our crow or whatever, but also if you're a staunch Trump guy, I think you should really look at, this guy said in the inauguration, I'm going to pass an executive order to ban government, to end government censorship and make speech free again, or whatever it was that he said. You said that in your inauguration. What happened?
And we got to mention, so after Stephen Colbert got fired, Trump did say, and Jimmy Kimmel is next to go. He said that publicly.
Hey, guys, when we act like, hold on, the guy can get shit done. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, hey, he does nothing. He gets shit done.
Yeah, that's true.
He said he was going to get rid of abortion, got rid of that shit. He said he's going to get people fired, got people fired.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know what he could get done and what he couldn't get done. That's on me.
Yeah.
But the guy can get shit done.
Hey, now he's taking away amendments, so it's like, he's good.
Hey,
does what he wants.
I wish we could make more light of it. Again, this literally happened last night, and then we were like, we have this episode coming out, so we just have to address it. Is there anything else you guys want to say? I just think it's fucking crazy, and we should all be a little bit upset about this.
But talking to my conservative friends, like, there is a feeling of getting even.
So you mean talking to your friend?
Exactly. Yeah. Talking with myself in my head, there is a feeling of getting even, where it's like, okay, yeah, like Jimmy Kimmel like said something. It wasn't really a joke. It was kind of just like a statement of fact that was just erroneous or misleading. And so now he's feeling what we have felt for the past 8 years. And to me, I'm like, sure. And my friends are like, well, you have Roseanne, you have this person, this person, this person that all got canceled for their political beliefs. And I'm like, yeah, that was dumb and wrong. And
Agreed.
This is also dumb and wrong, but I don't have any interest in getting even. Like, I think the idea of getting even is like vengeance based, and I just see that as being more destructive. And to me, that indicates that, like, back when the left was trying to cancel people on the right, you don't really care about living in harmony with these people that you have to be in this country with.
Yeah.
Like, the left and the right, we're not going to go away. Like, you're not going to have a civil war. You're not going to get people out of the country. Or at least I don't think anyone should be wanting that.
We don't want that, yeah.
So to me, I'm like, you got to live with these people. Let's figure out a way to make it work, and not trying to have this vengeance-based like scorekeeping where it's like, no, you guys canceled 10 of our guys, so we're going to get rid of 10 of your guys.
Sorry, real quick. Getting even is to me getting to say whatever we want. That's getting even. We can say retard again or whatever the fucking thing that they think that's all we cared about. But you can say retard again. We're even. Free speech is free.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
No.
I don't want to cut you up. But yeah, to me, that's getting even. Getting even is now we can all say what we want to say. And I bet you have way more fun on the left. I bet people on the left are going to really enjoy things. And now look at that. We were right. Hey, isn't it better to be right than get even?
Well, I mean, yes. But,
I love being right.
Yeah.
I was right about X,
you
Y,
like
Z.
getting even.
Huh?
You like getting even.
No, but not as much as I love. How happy do I get when I say a guy sucks and then you guys finally realize it and I'm like, I fucking don't I?
Oh,
I
yeah,
sit up
you
in my
do.
seat.
You do love
I
that.
love being right. It's
But-
my favorite thing.
But you
Yeah.
also say, I'm going to get that fucking guy.
Only about one guy. It's one guy.
Well, maybe you saying it a lot about this one guy because it seems like it's often.
There is a human inclination, a human desire to get even. And I think that's what's happening here.
Okay.
And I would just implore anyone that feels that feeling to get even, like, hey, let's just try to work together. Which is very gay. Like, no one thinks that's a cool position to take. Like, hey, guys, we can all live in harmony and just
I
create
can
a
call
better...
for that, right? That's not going to get me. The right is in power, so I can say you're a big for that.
We will bleep it, okay? Because the liberal FCC is going to come for us.
Okay.
But I just think, like, yeah, dude, can we not just try to figure out how to, like, work? I don't know.
We're in scary times. Like, people are maybe not taking this as seriously as they should.
Hey, well,
but this is scary.
At least he only has 3 years and 3 months
I
left.
know. Shit was calm when we just had this fucking brain dead motherfucker in office. Bring brain dead Biden back.
God, no one was happy, but this is worse. Oh my God.
This is
Oh my God.
Yeah.
motherfuckers getting shot. Like, come on.
If there's a way to get unity, I'm like, I don't know. I think I was talking to a guy who was like, after MLK was killed, RFK, Bobby Sr. was running for president. Or he was like making a bid. And he had a huge portion of the black vote, and black people really trusted him. And he came out and was like, hey guys, let's just all bring the temperature down. He didn't try to like antagonize like
Worked out well for him.
Well, yeah,
That worked out really well for
this is
him.
what happens to peacemakers. You know what I mean? They
He
get
got
killed.
shot so hard in the head, his son's throat got fucked up.
Damn. Jeez. That is wild.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Think of the transitive property of that headshot. That your son's throat is fucked up.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Oh,
Is that not nuts?
Maybe you shouldn't call for peace, right? Look what happens to the people that try to
was
make
a
peace.
kill shot right there.
I apologize in advance to the FCC. Suck my dick.
Yeah, dude. Gandhi, Jesus, they all get
Gandhi,
killed.
honestly,
All right, so do we have to watch out now?
If you want peace, if you just want vengeance, then I think you're fine. If you want peace, then they kill you. So I don't know. Take your side you
Oh,
want.
so it's good time for you right now. You might want to be celebrating.
I'm good. Yo. Hey, no, I'm not celebrating this.
No, I know, but it's time to go to war.
Oh, I'm with it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Now, the other caveat I want to make is there a world where they were trying to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel for years because the show's not making money, the numbers don't really make sense, and then he slipped up with this thing and they go, oh, great, this is our chance to get rid of him? Again, I don't know, but I'm trying to cover
I
all
think
bases.
partial of that could be true. I think it sounds like another Steve Colbert situation.
Mm-hmm.
So the parent company wants to do this big merger. The FCC has to approve the merger. Kimmel says something that, Trump administration doesn't like. And so they're like, hey, he has to go.
Sorry,
So-
just to push back on that. It's not the parent company who wants to do a merger. It's the broadcasting owners that want to do a merger, which is separate from Disney. They were putting pressure on Disney. I think
okay.
Disney went, oh, yeah, we can
So,
sort of
I
get
guess
out of it.
Next Gen, who has a bunch of ABC affiliates or whatever that company is called.
There's two, yeah. There's
And
also
then
great...
Sinclair have a bunch of ABC affiliates. They were
Yeah.
putting pressure on Disney. And the FCC chair was putting pressure on Disney as well, I think.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was. He openly mentioned Kimmel a few times, ABC and Disney a few
That's
times.
crazy.
The day of.
Don't
or
we
the day
got bigger
before.
shit to worry about? It's a global war about to break out. I know your FCC, that's kind of your job is to focus on, but like just focus on just the fucking global war that's about to happen to everyone.
Yeah, but they got a multi-billion-dollar merger that they're trying to do. Like, that's the only thing they're caring about right now. So I understand that from a business aspect, but it's scary that wasn't even that bad of a comment. To take somebody off air for it is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
Like,
a good comment, but it
Yeah,
wasn't.
No, but
I mean,
it
if you're on the
wasn't-
right, you hear that and you're like, dude, what
But
the,
this
this guy?
here's what I'll defend the right with this. The stuff that the left was canceling right people for 5, 8, 10 years ago, whatever, 12 years ago, we were like, that's not Shane Gillis. That wasn't bad.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like here's what I'll say. It's the same thing, but the far left was poor. They were losers who lived off their parents as baristas. They had no power. Seemingly, these people who are canceling now are powerful, dog. If you own multiple affiliate news stations, if you could put pressure on Disney, that's power. So I think it's similar, but what's a little scarier is these guys have a lot more power than these guys did.
And then, I mean, Schultz even came on the story. And
Schultz had a great take.
He said basically this, like, people on the left will say fascism is wrong unless you kill one of our political opponents and then we'll celebrate it. And then people on the right are saying cancel culture is wrong unless you cancel the shows of our political opponents and then we'll celebrate it. And then his next story says, do you think Charlie Kirk would support the canceling of people for exercising their free speech?
That's a great point. That's a fucking great point.
Yeah.
I think far left and far right is what he meant more so, but that is a fucking... Charlie Kirk would not... Charlie Kirk got destroyed on South Park and thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So...
It's his profile picture.
Speaking of South Park, not to derail us, I heard that they just canceled their episode or postponed it.
My understanding, I think they released a statement that was like, hey, the episode just wasn't ready. This one's on us. But that does seem a little weird.
Does seem a little...
For 25 years, you've been ready.
They also didn't pull their own Charlie Kirk episode. The cable providers pulled it after his death.
Okay.
But South Park had no choice in that. It was like Comedy Central, whoever runs their thing.
Got it. Okay.
And that is, I think we should, because I don't mind that as much, and I'm trying to think why. And I think because that's not a cancellation, that's taking out like a thing that is...
It's also going to probably go back on the air.
Like if we had a joke we didn't like in a special or that ended up being very poorly timed, we would just hopefully take the joke out of the special, keep the special. That's what I think South Park is essentially doing. But
South Park's not doing it, is his distinction.
Yeah, fair. But either way, I don't feel like that's... If a network was like, if I sold a special on Netflix and they're like, hey, can you take out that joke because someone just got killed, assassinated? I'd be like, I get it. Take it out. I don't think that's... I think that's in the gray area. But I think what's happening here is just objectively fucked.
Yeah.
All right. You want to have some laughs with Mark Norman?
I think we should.
let's do
Let's just find peace.
So shout out to the FCC. You're great.
Alex said it. I don't believe it, but Alex said it.
We gonna stay on air until you.